Alright, hello folks, it is Andrew here once again for my second skate progression video. This one taking place on February the 23rd of this year, so about 4 days after the first one. Like I said, as we go on and as we reach the end of March, beginning of April time frame, I will be having a video for every single day. But currently these first ones are still going to be on my phone and a bit more sporadic. But yeah, pretty much working on the same sort of thing today in these videos, where I'm trying to get better at doing ollies while moving slightly faster as I go. And in this video I start having an issue that I'm honestly still struggling with to this day on occasion, and that is my ollies turning when I'm not trying to make them turn. Basically, they will go, I'll be riding straight, I'll try and do an ollie, and I'll land at least slightly sideways and end up having to tic-tac, or even in some cases just not land it. So yeah, maybe watching back some of this old footage can help me understand why that's happening, but it has been a while since this, so I've probably changed things up a bit in the meantime. But yeah, doing a couple of those little beginner tricks that I have been doing as well, where just get up and stand on the rail stall and flip out of it like that. Still haven't tried doing, like, getting into the rail stall from standing on the board, but that is maybe something I can consider in the future. But yeah, just trying them stationary as well. I do say a few things, I think, during this one for the first time, so some live thoughts from myself. But overall, that's pretty much the idea here. And this tennis court is where I have almost all of my early videos starting out, but as the weather got better, since this was of course in February, it was a bit cold, but as someone who's originally from the Northeast US, I'm more used to the cold than I guess people who are where I live now, which is a bit of a warmer area. And pretty much nobody was ever at this tennis court or in this park or anything, so I was pretty much always able to come out here and skate on the nice smooth concrete. But as time went on, people started coming to play tennis, and now pretty much every day it's packed with people. So I have to find alternate locations to skate, as the nearest skate park to my house is pretty far away. I can't really reasonably go there without driving, unless it's like going to be a whole day trip. But yeah, so as you can see, I mean, I definitely am not doing great with the ollies. As I said, I probably got into these and started trying to get them down a little bit too early before I was really ready. Basically, like, I did like an accidental half heel flip there or something, I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, as I watch and have things to say, maybe I'll chime in here and there. But see, that was a good one, and I get pretty excited about that. And this is where I first speak, I believe. Yeah. That had to be good, right? Right? I think it did look pretty good. Although that did not. That balance was pretty poor. Oh, I still have my old shoes in this one as well. But yeah, if you're someone who's watching this and are a new skater yourself, or are just looking to support the journey I'm on here, then make sure to subscribe for additional updates. I definitely want to start doing these at least every day, if not more than once a day, until I'm caught up with the present time. But I've been a bit busy recently with some other things and haven't been able to get more out, so apologies that this one took a little bit longer, but in the future these should be more frequent, I do hope. And additionally, they will start including a decent amount more of me talking at the time and less of this post-commentary type style, although I guess it depends on what people like, because I could continue doing this over the skate clips, or I could just let the skate clips play on their own and have myself talking after and between them and stuff. Wasn't happy with that one, I guess. Although, yeah, wasn't the greatest. But yeah, overall, this is pretty much the style of things. I will run out of things to say probably for these older clips and older videos, but do leave me any feedback you might have down in the comments on how I can maybe make these better or change them up in any way. Again, I'm not really looking to do a whole lot of editing or put a whole lot of... Oh wow, that was moving pretty quickly there. Or put really a whole ton of extra effort into these videos outside of, you know, maybe changing something up with the recording, although that is currently not... I mean, these are obviously old videos, but yeah, like, you know, any small tweaks that I could do to make things better, or, you know, how I format them as far as talking and things like that. It'd be greatly appreciated, as I'm very new to making videos in a real life sort of format. See right there, the board turned quite a bit there. It's not that bad anymore, but I still have that issue occurring with my ollies occasionally, so potentially something to look at here and figure out.
Why does the board turn? It's like straight and then I land like this. Why?
Yeah, good question. Why does the board turn? Something I'm still looking to figure out, and that'll be hopefully something I can gain from making these videos as well. Potentially people watching will have tips or advice on how I can improve certain tricks. That one wasn't too bad. Or, you know, if I'm struggling with learning them. But of course, this current footage is not exactly indicative of how things are now, so that'll be something potentially in the future. But maybe if you're someone who's even more of a beginner than I am, or I was at least, then you can ask questions of me in the comments on how to fix things that you're struggling with or things like that. And we can maybe build a nice learning sort of community around this progression channel and whole idea.
Still turning.
Yeah.
Like I land that so cool.
Not easy to hear what I'm saying, I'm sure, given this is, again, recorded on my phone camera, and that's why there's some cuts here and there. I definitely have not... did not expect to be getting into the recording as much as I did, I guess. I was mainly recording these with my phone to make sure that I could review and see,
One more.
you know, see what I could improve on and where I'm going wrong in terms of, you know, the ollies or whatever it might be that I was working on. I wanted to be able to see that.
Still
That
sideways,
one was pretty
bro.
good, but it did turn sideways a bit.
Literally still sideways. I just compensate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the quality will certainly improve. I get a camera and I get a tripod and things like that, because right now my phone's just sitting on the ground, so maybe the camera angle isn't super ideal. But that's something I'm still not certain of nowadays as well, is the camera angle. It's kind of cool to see that board look so new, or that deck rather, I guess is what I would say. That thing is so beat up now. I really put it through its paces when learning ollies. I'm still learning quite a bit.
Good enough.
I guess I wasn't happy with that one at the time. Not a good enough ollie for a session ender. Or usually, a lot of the time with these recordings, I'm just recording certain spots in the session, and maybe I'll do things before and after, you know, warm up and do some stuff for fun after I record a session of something I'm trying to learn. But overall, we're looking pretty decent. I mean, I'm honestly, again, like I mentioned in the first video, I'm fairly surprised at how not horrible these really are. But I guess that's probably because I was mainly only doing these. I didn't have any other tricks that I had worked on. I had the popcorn and rail stall thing, but those are very basic, and those were about it. I barely did those to begin with. So when you're only focused and putting all your attention on the one thing... Ooh, unlucky. That one was pretty good, but I messed up getting it, sticking the landing there. But yeah, we're coming close to the end of the video here, so I'll just go ahead and say one more time, if you're interested in following the journey, feel free to drop a subscription down below and leave me a like to show your support. And again, any feedback you might have, I would really appreciate hearing that in the comments, as I would like to make these videos as good as I can, but again with as little effort as possible, ideally, because I don't have a whole lot of time to work on these, and it's mostly just to log my skating progression. So that is it for this day, February 23rd, 2024, and we'll be back for the next day of recording as I continue my skate progression.